Hey everybody, we decided today we wanted to get out here and talk to Fire Chief Jennings, our brand new fire chief, because this is the time of season that we get some kind of crazy weather, but also it's the time of season where it's beautiful outside and we got a lot of children outside playing more often. And so what we wanted to talk about today was something that we all hear at noon every Saturday, the siren system. Could you tell us how this thing is set up, why we hear it every Saturday at noon, and even what it's all for?
Well, Mayor, we've got 4 of these throughout the city. We've had them, they're brand new. Well, I say brand new, they've been new for the last couple of years. Okay. The previous fire chief was successful in getting this project underway and replaced, and it's been great for our city. We actually have a 5th siren over at the college that's set off by our dispatch when these are set off each and every Saturday, and it's to let you know that you're supposed to go in, turn on your TV or radio or weather radio, and find out what information is available to you for most part the weather.
Yeah, I know. Like my daughter, my youngest daughter, she's 14 now, but when she was about 5 or 6, every Saturday at noon, this thing would go off, and no matter if it could look like this, she was running inside crying, thinking a tornado was coming. And I'm sure people kind of, if they forget, and they're kind of like, oh. But if you look around, well, it's probably not a tornado.
Right.
Go check the news and see if there's anything going on. With me, it just reminds me on Saturday when I'm working in the yard that it's lunchtime.
Right.
I need to go get something to eat. But
well, most cities, especially all the ones around that border Bethany, we all have our own siren system policy. When do we activate them? And typically the prevailing practice is at noon on Saturday. And that is so it's standardized, so people can actually hang their hat on that. All they have to do is look down at their watch and they know it's noon. If for some reason there's inclement weather on that Saturday that we're testing, nothing changes. If it's inclement weather and you're concerned, then you go in, you turn on your TV or weather radio, and you get information.
Right. I mean, the last thing we're going to do is, if it's inclement weather and it's Saturday and noon and we need to test these things because we have to know that they're functioning when we need them, we're not going to not test it just because, well, nothing's happening, but it's raining, so we don't want to freak people out.
Right.
You're going to test it anyway, so you need to be wise enough to go check out the news channel or whatever and see.
Sure, we don't want to inadvertently scare people, but at the same time we want them to depend on the system that they've paid for, that this is in place and it's working properly. So that's why we do it, and we haven't deviated from that in the last several years.
And so I always associate it with, like I said, lunchtime on Saturday, but also tornadoes.
Right.
But it's not just for tornadoes, is it?
It's not just for tornadoes. Primarily it is because that's what we get. That's what's most severe in this part of the country. It's for anything that the local government feels like the citizens need to know about in an emergency. I mean, right now, and this is an outdoor warning system. That's why it's outdoors. That's why you can hear it outdoors. A lot of people have made statements that they couldn't hear it in their house, and I understand that. Depending on how close you are to one of these sirens, you will hear it in your house.
Definitely.
But that's not what it's primarily for. It is for you to hear while you are outside.
Yeah. It also makes the local dogs howl.
Yes,
yeah,
it
so
does.
That's
that.
pretty entertaining. So, well, I appreciate all that you guys do at the fire department, and I appreciate having this system here. And yeah, maybe it gets a little creepy if it's raining and it's Saturday at noon, but we just go inside and make sure that all is good.
That is correct. Just be safe and check your radios and TVs, and you should be fine.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Chief.
Mayor.